Today we're taking a look at Ripple's XRP coin, performing some technical analysis and making some predictions on where we can expect to see XRP go in the near future. Let's get into it. Welcome back into Ripple's XRP coin chart, guys. If you'd like to buy XRP or want some free Bitcoin, there are a couple of links down in the description of today's video. Now, as you can see from our last video, we certainly did have that bounce off our bottom end support line, and that was the 33-cent mark. So that's fortunate. We've managed to stay above that point. Now we're currently sitting at a value of 39 cents. Now, what I was saying before was we've seen a little bit of a flag type of pattern occur. I'm not going to put the, I suppose, top end here, but there's a few different interpretations, which makes this one, I suppose, a bit more confusing. So let me bring that to the front, make it a bit clearer. The first initial sort of interpretation was this sort of a pattern here where we've got the top end up there and then of course the bottom end here. And as you can see, that then resulted in a little bit of a breakout occurring of this flag pattern indeed. Now, the other interpretation is, well, the flag didn't actually finish and instead we can extend out a bit more like this. And for me, I think this is a bit more realistic. It gives us a bit more data, plus of course it is showing consistent consolidation. Now, you couldn't consider this a flag pattern. It's extended too long, so it's more of a wedge type formation, which is actually a good thing because the reverse flag pattern is a bearish pattern. Now, what we're seeing here is not necessarily that. If we start to see the right moves in the crypto market, we could be going up, we couldn't be going down. This is one of those patterns where it is building up with uncertainty as we, start to move along in time. So I'm going to extend out, of course, our key points of horizontal resistance and support at 33 cents and 50 cents and take a look at what the other indicators are showing us. First and foremost, you can see a descent in our volume, which means obviously things are coiling, ready to break one way or another. That doesn't really help us out. RSI, I don't think this will help us out much either. You can see we have certainly been climbing from an RSI perspective from the 12th of May at a low of 21.36 to where we're sitting now at 38.57. Now, the price has not been rising, although we have seen a rise in the RSI. What does that mean? Well, it means there are more buyers than sellers, but it just so happens that the buying strength is not there, and it means basically people aren't, I suppose, confident to buy above the market value. So really they're lowballing and trying to get in that way. So interesting stuff there. Let's have a look at the MACD, and I think this will be the most telling indicator for us. You can see that the 12-day and the 26-day EMA are moving in an upwards direction parallel to each other. Realistically, we're going to see either a massive break upwards and the lines aren't going to cross, or we're going to see at some stage something like this occur where the 12-day EMA drops back below the 26-day EMA, which would cause the price to basically go downwards like that. Given they're still so far away from each other, I'm not sure we're going to necessarily see that. And it's really going to come down to how are we tracking from an overall trend perspective and what is the confidence levels of the overall crypto market. As you can see, there's not really too much we can put in place from a long-term point of view to help us out here. You could put in place possibly a bit of a bottom end line there. Nothing too easy to really interpret from that. You could come from this point and say, oh no, we're back into, that descending channel. But as you can see, we broke out the bottom end of it. So how do you really interpret this chart? Well, I think this is one where you've actually got to wait and see. Now, given we are downtrending at this point in time, we are more likely than not going to unfortunately drop down and I'd say at least test our key point of support here. Ideal case scenario if that was to occur would be, of course, a bounce, and that would mean we have a double bottom and we start moving upwards. That would be a reversal pattern, which would be absolutely fantastic. But at this point in time, I'm not sure that will occur. Conversely, I don't think we're going to break upwards. We just don't have the momentum in the overall market. The confidence isn't there. We need to see Bitcoin start pumping for anything to really move in that sort of a way. Now, I mean, I think what we've drawn out now is realistic case scenario, but I think best case scenario for us would be to just keep trending horizontally. But we're getting to that pointy end of things, so I really don't think it's going to occur. So watch this space over the next week or so. I think we're going to see a breakdown to the 34-33 cent mark and then a bounce upwards. That wraps up today's analysis of Ripple's XRP coin, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments section below. Of course, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you do leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. I'll leave it there for today, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.